I want to stick on Brook Lopez. You talked about the 3-point shooting from Brook Lopez, but there was one that he took at the end of the game. It's Dame time, right? Dame threw the alley-oop to Giannis. I mean, how about this sequence at the end where, look, the Bucks are going to take over and win the basketball game where Giannis, I mean, the block on DeAndre Ayton, I mean, immediate flashbacks to 2021 where he turns around. I mean, it's a lob. He's looking the other way. He flips around. Boom, it's a block. The thing, and the Bucks are still playing, I mean, CTE basketball because they can't even get the freaking ball. But anyway, the multiple efforts there to get to finally swat down. I think Giannis eventually, because Ayton got it back, he swipes down. They get the ball back. Then at some point, you get the steal off the inbounds or whatever it was from Malik Beasley, the alley-oop with Dame and Giannis. Bucks take the lead. Everything's well. Of course, I believe it was Simons who comes back and hits the bucket over Beasley, which is good defense. That was not one where I had an issue. That was a tough. I think he was like a Euro runner to put that one in. So I wasn't mad at Beasley for that. He played good defense, stayed down, didn't give up an easy bucket. It's a tough shot. But then at the end of the game, where you throw it into Brook Lopez, and Brook, for whatever reason, I mean, he gets it back to Dame. Dame turns around, and a good job on Brogdon. Brogdon swings over and makes Dame pass the ball up. But at this point, there's 6 seconds left. Were the Bucks down? Were they down 1? Were they down? They were down 1 at that point, right? I think they were down 1 because Grant then hit 2 free throws. Mm-hmm. So for one, why? And this is what I thought was going to happen, was that for whatever reason they were going to get into this mode where Dame time, we got to get a 3 because that's what Damian Lillard does in the game situations. So like, why are we not going to the basket? But I'm not even going to. So Dame's looking for the 3, but eventually he gives it back to Brook, which he had to. There's still like 6 seconds left, and Brook pumps, and I'm not kidding you. I don't know if they had issues before the game. I don't know. I just conjecture, but Brook Lopez 3 separate times tonight looked off Damian Lillard to do God knows what. He did it once in the first half. I called it out where like Dame's asking for the ball and Brook threw like a layup behind the backboard that didn't go in. He took a 3 early in the second half, and then so that's at least 3 times tonight. And then he took this one where, and again, did he hit some shots? Yes. But when the last time you seen Brook Lopez hit a go-ahead 3 to win a game? He's hit some big threes. He hit a big one the other night when they came back to beat Sacramento. I think he hit a big 3 that game as well. But come on, Brook. Damian Lillard was back open, and I don't understand why. And he's back in Portland. This is Dame time. I disagree with wanting a 3, but if you're gonna do it, Dame Lillard's got to be the guy that shoots that 3. And if you can't get it back to him, that's fine. There was time to get it back to Damian Lillard, and they didn't do that. I just could not believe Brook Lopez took that 3. What you guys think about that?
I didn't think. I was just gonna say I mean, I know obviously your ideal scenario is you get it to Dame in that situation, but like if Brook had taken that 3 without the pump fake, then I would have said, okay, he forced it up a little bit. But he did. He was wide open. He had just hit one, and I know like Brogdon started to go towards Lopez, but then immediately kind of started because he knew Dame was right there. He started to go like as Brook is about to shoot or going into a shooting motion, he kind of goes towards Dame. So I don't think Dame would have been open by the time he actually got the ball. Like I think Brogdon was going towards him more. I can't complain too much about it. I guess I have more of a problem. Rather than Brook Lopez shooting 3, I guess I in that situation I probably have more of a problem with them going for the 3 rather than going to the paint using either Dame, Brook, or Giannis to get to the paint. Maybe you draw a foul, maybe maybe you're able to score whatever, but you're only down 1. So I didn't think you needed a 3. Again, I'm not going to complain too much because it was a fine look. I would have been irate if Brook had actually like forced one up in traffic or something. But I don't know. It was a frustrating way to end. It obviously you'd prefer to see the ball in Dame's hands, but again, on a night where Brook was, at that point 4 of 9 from 3, I wasn't too mad at it because he got a good look.
Here's what I think about the situation, and I kind of echo the same sentiment, is like you got to at least try to maybe get to the rim or just put it in somebody else's hands. But I also think that what are you doing, Brook, when you get to Monty Kamara in the air? What are you doing putting the ball on the floor? It's a pump fake and it's a shot right away. And we know that Brook can knock that down. But off the dribble, I think he psyched himself out. So that's my short thoughts on it.
Is that a Doc issue, though? Like, are we going to put that on Doc? Is to say, like, listen, man, hey, I got to tell my guys, get to the rim. We're down. It's situational basketball here. Like, hey, we're down 1. We don't need 3. Why? Like, who is that on? Like,
it was forced for sure. It was definitely forced.
Is that a Dame issue? Is that like, hey, somebody's got to be the general on the court and be like, listen, this is kind of what we doing. I don't know. Like, I really don't know who you put that on, but I do agree with you, Trey, and you guys as well. Like, why don't we try to get to the hole?
And I will say, I don't think that was. I'm not going to fully blame Doc either, because I don't think that was what they drew. Like, they didn't draw it up to, hey, get it to Brook Lopez. It wasn't like a set play or anything for him. It looked like Dame was trying to drive at first and then kind of pulled back, and they played pretty good defense on him. He kind of got someone, and not even in the air, but like I think Brogdon came up on him, and that's when he found Brook. It seemed like it kind of just happened that way, but so I don't think Doc designed it that way, but I was more just like, why did, I mean, I guess it's on Dame a little bit, but why did Dame and Brook both kind of seem to be looking a little bit more for the 3 than they were for just getting to the rim, or again, maybe going to Giannis doing something other than, looking for a 3. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like a 2-man game there. At Fat B the GOAT said Brook think he Clay. At J Ham D10 said bad basketball all around. And then at MJ Latterly says critical of Brook for taking an open 3. What? Again, I'm not critical. So I'm not critical of Brook for taking an open 3, but again, it's a KYP know your personnel situation. Brook is not the guy. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You remember? I believe it was 2021, Game 5 or 6, whatever one it was. I think it was back in Brooklyn. So I'm assuming it was Game 5. The Bucks won. Anyway, 2021 championship year. Brook. It was our guy who was in Denver, and he got traded to what's my man's name? That just won a championship. Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown. Do you remember Bruce Brown? Like, it was the end of a game scenario. They got KD. And Bruce Brown took the ball and like went through the hole and like did like a bunch of nothing. Like he threw. It was an end of game scenario, and Bruce Brown drove and like threw the ball, reminiscent of Grayson Allen last year against Miami, where those guys get the ball. You're a role player. When I say wide open, like, you gotta just get the ball. And I just don't like guys like that taking shots to end the game. Like Giannis, Dame, Chris, especially when I have 3 now. It was one thing when I got 2 guys. I got a Giannis and Chris. Man, I got 3 legit guys that I want shooting the ball. So that's my issue, is that Brook Lopez at best is the 4th option. I probably want Malik Beasley taking 3. Now I give Brook a pass tonight because he shot better than everybody from 3 tonight. But he's the 4th guy I want taking the shot. And off a pump. So when I take everything into consideration, off of a pump fake, when I didn't need a 3 in the first place, that's one of those, to me, you take that shot, you better hit it. And he did. So I'm not mad. I'm overall just mad and frustrated. Nate said frustrated. I think frustration is the right word. I'm frustrated at the way this entire game took place. And now you're 0-2 on a 5-game road trip. And this can get disastrous. I mean, this is you going to Dallas. This can get bad if you don't get careful and right the ship right here. I mean, again, we're not in a situation where I would say anything's a must win, but you need to take care of business against Dallas, and you had a grand opportunity to get back on the right track tonight, and you did not do it against a bad Portland Trailblazers team who ruined Dame's homecoming.